So I work in a Barnes & Noble. Well, no, actually, I work in a Starbucks inside a Barnes & Noble. It's like this little cafe inside the bookstore, and we serve coffee and things. But there are like a lot of tiny little jobs that you have to do in order to keep the coffee bar running the way it's supposed to, that people don't even really notice. There are so many things that we, as baristas, do that a normal person wouldn't even give a second thought to. Like, sometimes they watch you, the customers, while you're making their drinks, and they see you do all these things, but they don't really realize all the things that you're doing. Like, most of our hot drinks require that we steam milk. So that means we pour milk into this little metal container, and then we put this little, like, metal rod thing into the milk, and that's where the steam comes out. And so we steam the milk, which always takes forever, especially when we're busy. But we have to do it to make the milk hot. And there's all these little nuances into doing it right, and how to make the foam and all that kind of stuff. And you can actually hear it when the milk is ready. It starts to sound different. When it's like steaming, it sounds different. But the weird thing is that every time we're done steaming the milk, we have to wipe off this rod with like a rag, like a sanitizing rag, and then turn the machine on and off really quickly, and it creates this little like puff of steam. And this rod gets like really, really hot. So if it's not cleaned off every time, milk will actually burn onto the surface of the metal. And if it's neglected enough, it'll actually make like this sort of golden film, which is really, really hard to get off. You have to like scrape it off. And the purpose of making this little burst of steam is to clear any excess milk out of the inside of the rod. And when you do that, the machine will actually make this tiny little beeping noise twice. Once when you turn it on and once when you turn it off. So it's a beep, little puff of steam, beep. I must hear this beeping noise like hundreds of times per shift, and it seems some days that my life is just ruled by a series of tiny beeps and puffs of steam.